Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you on my educational channel. So today we are going to read the continuation about Curious George. And let's refresh where we have stopped. So we have stopped when George made a lot of birds and put them sail, on the river. Remember? Use newspapers, which we should have to deliver, but he forgot and make a lots of birds. So let's continue. What happened next? Oh my God, what happened with George? Let's read to know. Suddenly, there was a terrible jolt. The bicycle had hit a rock, and George flew off the seat, head first. Sorry, just let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you see what happened with bicycle with the front wheel here? Luckily, George was not hurt, but the front wheel of the bicycle was all out of shape, and the tire was blown out. You see? Okay. George tried to ride the bicycle, but of course it wouldn't go. Yeah, because the front wheel is broken. Yeah. So he started carrying it, but it soon got too heavy. George did not know what to do. His new bike was spoiled. The newspapers were gone. He wished he had listened to his friend and kept close to the house. Now he just stood there and cried. You see, he's crying. Okay. Suddenly, his face brightened. Why? He had forgotten that he could ride on one wheel. He tried it, and it worked. He had hardly started out again when he saw. Let's read what he saw. Oh, it's a van, yeah? He saw something he had never seen before. Rolling toward him came an enormous tractor with huge trailers. It's a tractor, okay, with huge trailers behind it. Looking out of the trailers were all sorts of animals. To George, it looked like a zoo on wheels. Yeah, let's see at the picture. Yeah. Okay. The tractor stopped and two men jumped out. Well, said one older man, a little monkey who can ride a bike Branca fashion. We can use you in our animal show tonight. I'm the director of the show, and this is Bob. He's the director, and here's Bob. He can straighten your wheel and fix that flat in no time. And then we'll take you along to the place where the show is going to be. Okay. So the three of them got in the cab and drove off. Maybe you could play a fanfare while you ride your bike in the show, the director said. I have a bugle for you right here. And later on, you will get a coat and cap just like Bob's. Yeah, just like Bob has, yeah, a cap and a coat. Okay. Ooh, how many animals are there? Yeah, can you see? And everyone is busy. Yeah, they're prepared maybe for the show. What do you think? Okay, let's read the note. On the showgrounds, everybody was busy getting things ready for the show. I must do some work now, says the director. Meanwhile, you may have a look around and get acquainted with all the animals. But you must not feed them, especially the ostrich, because he will eat anything and might get very sick afterwards. Oh, you see, here is an ostrich. Oh, and look at that, huh? A little bird, yeah, a baby bird. So, let's read. George was curious. Would the ostrich really eat anything? He wouldn't eat a bagel, or would he? George went a little closer to the cage, and before he knew it, the ostrich had snatched the bagel and tried to swallow it. But a bagel is hard to swallow, even for an ostrich. It got stuck in his throat. Funny sounds came out of the bagel as the ostrich was struggling with it, all blue in the face. George was frightened. Yeah, because the ostrich choked, yeah. Okay. Oh, you see, the men are trying to take the ball out of the ostrich throat here because it's stuck. You see? Fortunately, the man had heard the noise. They came rushing to the cage and got the bagel out of the ostrich's throat. just in time. Oh my God. Okay. The director was very angry with George. We cannot use a little monkey who doesn't do as they are told, he said. Of course. You cannot take part in the show now. We will have to send you home. George had to sit on a bench all by himself, and nobody even looked at him. He was terribly sorry for what he had done, but now it was too late. He had spoiled everything. Yeah. Can you see? George is sitting on the bench, yeah, and yeah, he's very sorry. Meanwhile, the ostrich, always hungry, had got hold of a string dangled near his cage. This happened to be the string which held the door to the cage of the baby bear. As the ostrich nibbled at it, the door opened, and the baby bear got out. You see? Here's the string here. Okay. He ran away as fast as he could and made straight for a high tree near the camp. Nobody had seen it but George, and George was not supposed to leave his bench. But this was an emergency, so he jumped up, grabbed the bugle, and blew as loud as he could. Then he rushed to his bicycle. The man had heard the alarm and thought at first that George had been naughty again. But when they saw the empty cage and the ostrich nibbling at the string, they knew what had happened. George raced toward the tree, far ahead of the man. By now, the bear had climbed quite high, yeah? Can you see? Quite high. And this was dangerous because little birds can climb up a tree easily, but coming down is much harder. They may fall and get hurt. The men were worried. They did not know how to get him down safely. But George had his plan. What plan George has had, huh? What do you think? Let's read to know. With the bag over his shoulder, he went up the tree as fast as only a monkey can. And when he reached there, see? And when he reached the baby bear, he put him in his bag. Yeah? What it is was a plan, yeah? He used his bag. Very smart of him. And carefully let him down so that the man could safely catch him. Yeah? Can you see? the hands. Everybody cheered when George had come down from the tree. "You are a brave little monkey," said the director. "You saved the baby bird's life. Now you will get your coat back, and of course you may ride your bike and play the bugle in the show." See? Yeah, his bugle coat. A brave little monkey. Oh, it's a show. Yeah, you see? This is a stage of the circus, yeah? A stage in the circus. Okay, so finally the show was on. And how surprised they were right in the middle of it. And also the whole town had come to see it, to discover George on his bike. The newsboy was there too, with the yellow hat. Can you see? Here's newsboy, who is sitting next to the man in the yellow hat, but he is not yellow, just like we can see like white here. And a lot of people. What can you see here? Kangaroos, yeah? You see? Ostrich with a baby bear, yeah, on his back, yeah. Great. Oh, sorry. I just rewrite this because I read it in a different way. Yeah. So, sorry. Finally, the show was on. The whole town had come to see it. And how surprised they were to discover George on his bike right in the middle of it. The newsboy was there too. And also the man with the yellow hat. Yeah, now it is correct because I think this is the beginning and this is the continuation. Okay, so now it is clear. So, who had been looking for George everywhere and was happy to have found him at last. The new boss was glad to have his back again, and the people from the other side of the street whose papers George had made into birds were not angry with him any more. Yeah, they clapped to George. Can you see? George. Okay. When the time had come for George to say goodbye, the director let him keep the coat and the cap and the bugle. And then George and his friend got into the car and went. And went. What do you think went? Yeah, you're right, went home. Bye-bye, George. See you. Oh, okay, so we have finished to read the story about George, yeah? George and his bike, Curious George and his bike. So, what do you think? Do you like his small adventure? Yeah, I think so, yeah. So, it was a nice adventure for George, yeah? He can take a path in the show. Yeah. Okay. And of course, he's very brave. He saved the baby bird's life. So, if you like this story, put a like and subscribe if you want to catch up with new videos. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.